This is a BBC Micro computer. It was really popular in the United Kingdom in the 80s. It was used primarily within sort of schools to help promote computing skills, and it primarily ran a programming language called BASIC, and was used to teach that, and also kids played games on it and that sort of thing as well. So what I'm showing you today is a product called FUZE. It is a programmable computer electronics workstation. It has a Raspberry Pi inside, and it is a product that's essentially paying homage to the BBC Micro. I'm guessing the guys who made this loved it back in the day. Now let's have a look inside the box. What do we get? Well, we start with an itemised list and a getting starting guide. We get a nice little mouse mat. There is a little slip of paper in here which gives you some details about where to get more information, and we have a programming manual, which is a getting started guide for BASIC, the programming language. And inside the box on the left hand side here, we also have a few little goodies. I think there's a power supply in there. So this is separate. This powers the whole device, not just the Raspberry Pi, so it's a little bit different to your normal sort of mobile phone connector. You'll also have a reference guide for programming. You get an electronics kit in here. You have a bunch of cables and components, LEDs and a breadboard. There we go. And last but not least, we have a mouse, computer mouse there, that will allow us to wirelessly connect to our Raspberry Pi. So let's just pack all of that away. All goes back in quite nicely. Brilliant, job done. So we have the actual Raspberry Pi case and computer workstation in the main packet. It is made out of metal, so it's really quite a robust case. As you can see, it's really quite big, and the reason why it's quite big is because it has the keyboard built directly into the case itself. It says it's powered by a Raspberry Pi. It has a Pi inside. And we also have this lovely breakout board that allows us easy access to the Pi's GPIO, and that is fantastic for breadboarding. Now, with the FUZE being an all-in-one Raspberry Pi case slash workstation, it's really nice the fact that you have sort of the keyboard built in, and it makes it very easy to sort of set it up on a normal desk and just be able to sort of get working with very little hassle. It has 4 USB ports on the back, and all of the rest of the normal connectors have been drawn straight to the back of the case, so it's very much like the old BBC Micros, where everything was sort of accessible in one location. It's really robust, really sturdy, and making electronic projects, different things are really useful with the fact that you can just drop the breadboard in at that point and you have it really accessible, and it's a very sturdy case and gives you a fantastic work area. Now we have the getting started programming guide for BASIC, and it has this this is probably one of the best things that actually comes in the box other than the actual device itself. It's a really well laid out, really lovely guide to getting started with this language, with some fantastic examples that you can just type into the Pi, and you can sort of start to get some good real world results pretty quickly, and I really would recommend having a look at this because it is fantastic. And here we have a reference guide, which is basically a cheat sheet for all the syntax for your programming language. It lets you very quickly go to all the areas that you want to with little to no hassle. It's really concise and really clear guide that I would like to see actually on other programming languages as well as just BASIC. Now you can just plug the SD card in the back as normal, as you would on any Raspberry Pi, and we power the device up. There is a little click button on the back, and once that's all done, we connect up our HDMI cable and we can see the lights turn on. Now when it turns on, it will boot like any other Raspberry Pi. It does run Raspbian in the background. What they have done is they have brought the FUZE BASIC, which is the basic programming language, straight to the desktop, and you can double click on that, it will load up, and from there you can type in your basic code and start learning. I didn't get very far with this because my children decided to descend on me and hijack the living room, but that's basically basic, no pun intended, how you can get started with basic programming. So it's a great device which I'd recommend giving a go. So I'm going to be giving this FUZE workstation away. If you want to be in for a chance of winning it, tweet me at Raspberry Pi beginners, as you can see on the screen, and I'll pick somebody at random. It is limited to people in the United Kingdom only, but hopefully somebody will win it and enjoy it. Thanks for watching. Like me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter, and subscribe to the YouTube channel to get the latest updates.